Oh, they actually calling the Switch 2. That's one of the worst names they ever thought of. What if they confuse people like they did with the Wii U? Wow, Nintendo's playing safe this time. I thought they are known for innovating new things. What happened to the company that used to surprise people? So the Switch 2 trailer came out a few weeks ago. It was very exciting to see the new system coming from Nintendo, even though the leaks happened and it kinda ruins the surprise. From the rumors that I heard about, it was upgraded hardware on par with the PS4 Pro, but I'll take that as a grain of salt until we see more of the console in April. However, there are some people on the internet who jumped to the conclusion towards the Switch 2, like saying the Switch will feel like the Wii U did, how calling it the Switch 2 will confuse people like how they did with the Wii U did. There is no new gimmick for the Switch 2, so it's just the same console again. There were a lot of mistakes that Nintendo made during the Wii U cycle. Okay, the tweet wasn't that bad. Oh. At least they make a catchy song for the Splatoon commercial that got stuck in my head during high school. Anyway, but I do say that people jumped to conclusions when the trailer came out for the Switch 2, like understanding why the Wii U failed, and how Nintendo learned from the mistakes from the past with the Switch 1, and soon release Switch 2. The main thing is the Switch 2 needs our launch titles to get people buying the Switch 2. And we know some, like the new Mario Kart game, and 2 cross-gen game, Metroid Prime 4, and a new Pokemon game. So far, that's not a bad start for the Switch 2. We will most likely hear more games coming this April. Hopefully, the new game that released on the Switch 2 shows what the console is capable of, what are the strengths and weaknesses, and if they are able to fix the flaws the old Switch has, like the frame rate, the graphics, and better battery life. It helps that the console is backwards compatible with the Switch 1, so it makes things easy for people when buying the Switch 2. Because some people like me wants to see if there's any updates for old games if they insert the game into the new console. It's similar to how the PS5 is able to play PS4 games because PS5 doesn't have games, so it's basically a PS4 machine. Anyways, with the Wii U, there were 23 games at launch, but most of them are downgrades to the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions. The only games most Nintendo fans will get is the new Super Mario Bros. U, but that's the same game again from the Wii. Nintendo Land and Zombie U, because it used the gamepad gimmick. The main reason why the Wii U failed is that most of the games that came out for the Wii U is running on other platforms. So why would consumers buy the game, like for example Batman Arkham City again, if they already own it on other platforms? It doesn't help that there's not a lot of third-party games on the Wii U, so for hardcore gamers, they want to buy the console if they already own the game on PS3 or Xbox 360. So the only people that will buy the Wii U at the time are Nintendo fans. Like how I was when I asked my buddy when I was a kid to buy the Wii U, to buy Smash Brothers for Wii U, and later on Splatoon. The Switch was able to deliver surprising ports that you will think that is impossible to do, like the Doom and Doom Eternal. Most Switch owners will expect downgrades when it comes to the graphics of the game, because Switch is weak hardware when comparing to the PS4 and the Xbox One. But to be able to play recent releases on a portable hardware on the toilet or on the go, that's a huge plus. When it comes to the Switch 2, I'm not too worried when it comes to this. because for the past 8 years, Nintendo was able to strengthen their relationships with them to port their games to their consoles. So you gotta thank studios like Panic Button or Futuros to be able to do the impossible. I kinda wish that a Wii U had this, but most people were not interested in a Wii U, and it would be a waste of money on porting a game on that platform that most people wouldn't buy over the PS4 and the Xbox One versions. There were even some third-party games that got announced for the Wii U but got cancelled. However, for the Nintendo Switch, it has its own problems with some cloud version games like the Kingdom Hearts series to the Switch. It's really dumb that there are some games that are released on the console, but you need internet to play the game. Like bro, Switch is a handheld console, why do I need to be tethered to the internet to play a single player game? But this is half on Nintendo's fault when it comes to the hardware, and the other half on the game studio, because games like Doom and Nier being able to be playable on the Switch, there is no excuse to not port at least 1.5 and 2.5 on the Switch because it was on the PS3. Like, I will understand if it was Kingdom Hearts 3, but 1.5, 2.5? Really? But I do hope that the Switch 2 is powerful enough so there will be no cloud version for games. I am still mad that the Kingdom Hearts games are all cloud versions. Like, bro, Square, you got one job, and I was disappointed.
Oh, Mama! Oh gosh, Mama!
At E3 2011, when they were showing the Wii U for the first time, most people thought this gamepad was an add-on to the Wii when they put emphasis on new controller, which it is, but most people would be confused if this controller is part of a new console or not. Even the talk show host like Jimmy Fallon was confused if this gamepad is an add-on to the Wii or can be used without it.
Look at the brand new video game console, Wii U. This is the new thing. This is gonna be new. This is the new system. You add it to your Wii, or you don't even need to use the Wii. Do you need to use the Wii?
So imagine when you were a kid, you asked your parents to get a Wii U, but they bought the wrong console. Even they make a commercial about the parents getting confused that they already have a Wii, and the kids are making a plan to get a Wii U for the holidays.
You want a Wii U this holiday?
We'll watch and learn. Here's Mom. We already have a Wii, Sweetiekins.
Here's you. Wii U is a total upgrade, Mother. Did you get younger? It has Super Mario 3D World, Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD, and Rayman Legends.
Oh, yeah.
And it comes with 2 free games.
Hot buttered popcorn, that's a deal.
Just comparing both trailers, at least we know that Switch 2 is a new console, what it looks like, guessing what the gimmick is, like seeing 2 Joy-Cons moving on the floor, so you might be like a mouse, and the square button on the right Joy-Con. We don't know anything with that square button. But even though we will have to wait for more information about the console, at least it's less confusing than the Wii U. Don't get me wrong, I love the Wii U, but most of the games that use the gamepad camera are either putting an inventory / map screen on it, or switching the gameplay on the gamepad. The only games that I know that does that is Star Fox Zero, but the game was bad and has problems with how the game's played. And that's why most original Wii U games got ported to the Switch, and you don't need to change much. It's really weird that there are some people that think Nintendo has to innovate and that's the only way to be successful, which is really funny because why are the same people that says that not calling out Sony or Xbox for not innovating? Every console that they make are the same but powerful. With Sony, the most they will change is their controllers, but not too extreme, but just adding the touchpad, gyroscopes. Personally, I would prefer adding small things to the console like how Sony does than throwing out the Switch concept for something new, because it would be smart to play it safe and continue what makes the Switch great but improve. At the end of the day, gimmicks will sell console, but the fun games that Nintendo able to create does. So if people are saying that gimmicks sells consoles, if that's true, then the Wii U should have been successful, but they didn't. So overall, I think people should wait before putting judgment on the console before we know more about it. Not from leaks, but what Nintendo say. I personally don't think Switch 2 will fail because it comes down to what first and third party games that the Switch is able to offer at launch. Personally, what I want for the Switch 2 is figuring out if they are planning to update old Switch 1 games, like having high performance rate 60 FPS on both for dock and handheld. But if there are not any plans on doing this, I will be disappointed, but I will be fine with it. What Switch 2 needs are new theme backgrounds for your home screen. It's really weird that Nintendo didn't add new theme for the past 8 years. Bring back the eShop music because it has so much personality. It's really cool. During each month on the 3DS and the Wii U, they will change how the song is playing in the shop, which was really cool. I want to thank you for watching the video on this topic. Since this is my first video on this channel, I am planning to make more videos on game related topics like this one and reviewing video games. So if this is your cup of tea, then subscribe to my channel for more content like this. The next video I'm planning to make is a review of Raynaudus, so I hope to see you when that video is released.